Okay, so this is what I have been working on for the past 2 months, or maybe a month. I don't know. But if you own socket tools, or you work in a garage most of your life, you're gonna run into the same problem I ran into. I did not buy every socket set at the same time, nor did I know which socket set I was gonna need. For example, I have 5 metric deep sockets, 5 imperial deep sockets. I don't have the whole set because I didn't buy it from Harbor Freight. I bought it from one of those toolkits, right? And then when I finally, broke the box, I kind of just threw it in a Cobalt toolbox. And yeah, but the problem is, when I bought, from Harbor Freight or Lowe's, or I even tried Home Depot and when I bought the organizers and they, have the labels, I'm missing a bunch because I only have 5. I don't have the whole 13 or however many that is. It goes to 36, so I have 36 sockets, right? Or 20 something sockets. I don't have every socket. So that leaves a bunch of holes, which means it's taking up space that I don't have, because this box is incredibly small, right? Right? I have more metrics than I do imperials. So I made a Gridfinity generator, right? So that's what I've been working on. I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to show you the tool that I have developed for this thing.
Okay, now that I am on my computer, I will show you the tool itself. You can go download it and play around with it. It's hosted on GitHub Pages, and the OpenSCAD is not hosted on GitHub Pages because I don't know how to do that. But the site, the helper, is hosted on GitHub Pages. You will have to install OpenSCAD, which, yeah, but maybe someone else will host the actual like file generator thingy, like any of the Gridfinity systems. So first thing that you want to do when trying to use my tool is, first you gotta measure out all your sockets. But on the bright side, I did add a template for you guys to use. So please note that you do have to use backslashes when you're trying to put a forward slash. It's just how Excel, any of the Excel, LibreOffice, Google Sheets formats data. When you put a forward slash, it will treat it as a date or a simplified fraction. LibreOffice treats, sometimes it'll treat it as a day, other times it will treat it as a fraction, but then simplify the fraction, which is not what I need. So use backslashes, and then if you use the helper site that I have hosted, it will format it for you. So you have, you just go down the list, right? You pick up a socket, what it is, imperial, standard, drive size, if it's deep or standard, like a really deep socket, like a long socket, right? And then you'll put in your the diameter, the length. Like if you don't know how to measure a socket, I have a how to measure a socket. So yeah, it'll tell you how to, yeah. So, and then there's a little notes you can also read. Right. So you essentially get the GIF, right, or GIF. The length is only used if you're gonna lay them horizontally. And so instead of, I have my sockets vertically. If you want to have it horizontally, you can have it horizontally. It's just you're gonna have to take more measurements, right? Right. So you measure at the top, right, and then I put brand because I have multiple different brands. It's just for me, right? And then optional stuff like 5/8 socket. What's it called? Spark plug. I have 2 different ones, right? So once you get that, you would go to the helper site. The reason why I created the helper site is because, so let's say you upload, this is the one that I have. This is all the sockets I own, right? You can see all 166 rows. Yeah, so one, I had AI, what's it called? Create the site. However you feel. I'm not a programmer. I don't know how to do that shit. That shit's too complicated, and I'm fucking way too tired after work to. All right, time to mush a site together. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm fucking awful. But so you just grab your thingy, and the problem, the issue is when I started, I made the site way later on, but so in the old workflow, you would just put this in, right, and hit generate, right, boom. Normally, it would take significantly longer. So, like if if you look at my socket holder thing, you go to the bottom. I have a lot of 1/2 metric sockets. I have a lot. That takes a long time to generate the file. So I created this super helpful, handy dandy helper function. So it does the exact same, hopefully, exact same math to the math that's generated. Right. So it's 5 grids, and it will show you, hey, this is too big, or maybe you want to mess with the layout. Maybe before putting in the tool and hit generate and waiting 10 minutes. Maybe you want it top right, or this, or maybe you want it centered, or center right, or okay, well, I want that extra space. Why is it so messed up? It's because that it's just slightly over the 42 millimeters, right? Oh, but then you could, okay, so if maybe you don't want the labels on the bottom. Maybe you want the labels in the holes, like how I have it, right? That's just my preferred method. Okay, well, now you lost the grid space, but now you have all this empty space. So, maybe I want, maybe in the center, right? You can do stuff like that. You can mess with the layout. You can add in more arrays, right? So if you want all of this centered, or like in a row, so maybe instead of having your sockets in a row, you have it in a column, right? Oh, okay. So to do that, right, you can either go to the labels, and you can just rotate it 90 degrees. So now when it prints out and when you put it in, you can have your labels in a row, or you can just change it via the columns. That also works. There's a lot of different ways that you can, if you really want to like mess with it, please do. Let me know how that goes, because AI is not very good at consistent code. So every day you would essentially what AI is when you're programming, it's you'll get a different person, like a brand new person that has never touched your code base, and it's like, yeah, they have their own methods. So let me know if there's something wrong, or make an issue, or do a pull request. Try see. I don't know about pull requests. I'll try to fix the stuff, but yeah, so instead of changing and editing all these little functions down here, you can just go to the editor, and I made this actually kind of simple. You just grab this, and you go to the bottom, right? Grab right to where it says there, right below magnets and settings. Grab all that, delete that, and paste the input code, and then you can hit generate, and it will generate the code, right? That is my tool. Please go check it out. Let me know how it goes for you guys. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I will show a bunch of funny bugs, though. Visualization is like, hey, this might be too big for your bed, right? Right? 1, 2, 3. Did I just find a bug? 3, 6, 7?
Boom.